I've got sword fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right.
Second time's a charm? Or have I asked too much of you?
Well, I'll be...
We remain vulnerable while at anchor. Better to make for the open ocean at first convenience, don't you think? Have you made any progress with my request, dear? Have you found that tablet? He is a god for the Black Ring, but I want to be with Mahali. It is a promise that you cannot... Well, please.
Keep distant. My own demons haunt me too closely. I cannot also bear the burden of yours.
Corbin, the Fletcher you rescued from Roost Anon at the Culwood Mills, sparks to life at the sight of you and breaks into a great grin.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I mean, hey, how are you? All settled in myself? Can't tell you how glad I am to be here. And thank you for bringing me. I feel it, you know? I really do.
warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win. No one's ever regretted having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that.
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree? I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends.
I don't care if you tear this place apart plank by plank. We will find him.
You can't just charge in here and ransack my business.
There's a murder on the loose, and you're thinking about your business.
I have rights. You've no authority to storm in here like this.
We have authority over missing matters. And if we suspect you're hiding the killer, throw the damn quick.
The stink of beer almost covers up the stink of fish.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Then we can get them out. You can get back.
Has it turned on us or just lost its mind?
Careful.
Spotted a trap. Good find.
Dripping with liquid sauce, this barrel is sealed and marked with a cross. From the barrel you sense a familiar power. It thrums in your bones, in your soul. Inside, you find not fish, but weapons. Powerful weapons. The kind of weapons the Magisters took from the Hollow Marshes.
Into the dark with you. play, little beast. Come die. Attacking! Evasive maneuvers, Quackers!
Careful. I've spotted a trap.
You see a man, well-fed and wealthy, but stress has lined his face and narrowed his waist. He tries to ignore your presence, fails. He sighs.
See here. I'm very busy. The factory is crawling with magisters, and our shipments to Arx are held up. Time is money. Don't waste my money. What do you want? Fish. This is a fish factory. I'm shipping fish to Arx. Now please, there's the door. I suggest you use it. When you've been in business as long as I have, you learn that there's a market for everything. You just have to find it. Or...
A dark shadow passes across his face.
sometimes it finds you. That's privileged information. I have a trade to protect. An excellent point. Well made. The answer to your question is, unsurprisingly, a man in a house. A man in a house buys all the void-tainted fish I can send him.
That dark shadow crosses his face once more. He shivers.
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest. When you've been in business as long as I have, you learn not to question these things too closely. Now I'll get back to my work, and I suggest you get back to leaving. Good day.
He glances up, recognizes you.
You're still here. Try not to be.
He looks surprised. Might be faking it, might not.
What weapons? What basement?
He tries to look shocked, fails, knows it, knows you know it too.
Lohar. Lohar's smuggling weapons to Arx. He hides them in the basement, and I make sure they reach the destination. What they're used for and who uses them isn't my business. And it's not yours either.
He swallows, like he has a lump in his throat.
You look like the kind of person who's very forgetful, with the right motivation. I have a sum of money in my pocket. It adds up to a very good time in the tavern. God, fine. Take it and go. And if you say a word about this to Julian or anyone else...
He leans forward and lowers his voice.
Expect trouble. Fine, but I warn you, don't push me any further. Get out of here now before I tell Lohar you've been wandering around upsetting the fish cart. See if your money's any good to you then. Good day to you. If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Get the hell out of here. I'm done.
If I ever go to Arx, I'm staying away from this black house.
Oi! You look the kind of ruffian who can keep a secret. Fancy a good time? Head downstairs in the Black Bull Tavern. Tell the lummox blocking the way that Blathin gave you a tip-off. Grisha's still the favourite. If I bet against him, I could win big. Or lose it all.
What? You been needing something from me, lad? Ain't much inclined to rub elbows with humans, if you catch my drift. Oh, that's you, is it? Yeah, I heard some talk on the grapevine. Sorry, lad, I didn't mean no offence. Besides, you ain't one of the Reds. You ain't red, you ain't wrong, that's what I say. Glad to hear you say it. The day will come we'll overthrow 'em, you mark my words. Until then, I'll practice the art of gutting unspoiled fish. Fugitive? I don't think that's something I should be discussing with strangers. And it's a courtesy I'd like to extend to you. I surely would, if it weren't so dangerous with all them Reds around. No, I shan't be baited. I ain't saying nothing on the topic no more. Godspeed, buggered fine. I'll tell you all I know.
The dwarf leans in and begins whispering conspiratorially.
This fella runs along, right, sweating, panicking. Red's racing after him like hunting hounds. Hide in a barrel, you fool, I yelled. And what do you know? He did. Problem is, he's still in there. Been hours. Can't go nowhere, he can't, not with the Reds around.
Behind the containers, the fish in one of the barrels shifts slightly.
Please, you have to help me. The Magisters have gone mad. I'm a salesman. I tinker. I fix things. I wonder. I buy and sell books when I can. I... Please help me. I don't want to die. I don't want them to take me. I have no idea. I only arrived in town a few days ago. I sold a few items to Grandmaster Kem in Arx and stopped off here on my way to Scythiel. I was just sitting in the tavern, minding my own business, and the Magister started screaming at me. I ran and, well...
You hear a quiet sob from the fish.
Why is this happening? I didn't do anything.
There's a moment of silence from within the barrel. Some of the fish seem to shift uncomfortably.
I may have been studying some new scrolls I bought. They might have been, well, they called for sauce. But that doesn't mean I had anything to do with the disappearances. I'm a tinkerer. I fix things for a living. I would never hurt anyone. I don't know. It could be anyone in the tavern. None of them have any love for the Magisters. Please, all I know is it wasn't me. I just need to get out of Driftwood. I can't risk being seen, but if you can get out of town, I can escape to Arx. Please, I'll do anything. Just don't let them see me. Don't let them find me. hurry up! I can feel the fish oozing everywhere. Okay. Go if you have to, but please be quick. If the Magisters even think that I'm here, well, we'll all be sorry.
Magisters caging anyone up.
My friend, or Alexander the Innocent.
Right. I got a right to
Killed by sorcerers, a most vile.
A prim woman in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean rag. She pins you with blue, steel-sharp eyes as you approach the bar.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
Her eyes soften and crinkle as she smiles.
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. You and my Niles would get along. Nice to see an unfamiliar face. What brings you to Driftwood, darling? Fort Joy? Praises be, but that's where my boy Niles is stationed. He's the physician overseeing all the camp. Yes, that's my boy. Did you know him? Finest physician in all of Reaper's Coast. Top of his class. But it's been too long since I've seen him. You come into my house and sling around such a disgusting lie. You animal! Stay away from my bar, you hear? I can arrange to have that wagging serpent ripped right out of your head.
What's this? I found something. This ring, it bears the Magister's seal. And there's blood on it.
Please, I must insist you keep out of my kitchens. It's not safe for you to wander about like this.
She grabs the ring and glares at you, like a rattlesnake observing its next live meal.
You should have just kept out of this.
She gives you a defiant look.
Magisters are a blight. They deserve worse than the death I gave them. I wouldn't taint the earth with their carcasses. Better that they vanish into unsuspecting stomachs.
The cook shakes her head ruefully.
You should have just forgotten about all of this. Please, I must insist.
She grabs the ring.
You should have just kept out of this.
She gives you a defiant look.
Magisters are a blight. They deserve worse than the death. My secret would be far safer if I knew you could never talk again.
There's a carving knife in her hand. You never even saw her pick it up.
I have more work to do, more Magisters to rid the world of. I can't leave any loose threads.
She gives you a long look, unsure, then decides.
Betray me, and you'll meet the same fate as the others. Now go.
This is going nowhere. What is it? Unless you know something about the disappearances, leave me alone. I need to concentrate. The cook? Of course, of course. I had worked it out for myself, naturally. I was just about to present my findings to the Magisters. Well done, stranger. So it was an elf all this time. Perhaps the Magisters were right to remove my kind from their ranks. The fiend has faced justice, I assume?
The elf glares at you with alarm.
You left her alive? I won't let that foul bitch get away with this. I have to stop her.
Usher us to paradise against all the odds.
Murderer! You've been killing my comrades.
Comrades? You shame your kin, siding with those dogs. You should not have seen that. And you cannot unsee it. Come here. There's no need for this to be more painful than it has to be. Please, I must...
She grabs the ring.
You should have just kept out of this. All right. I have gold hidden here.
She reaches underneath a table and yanks out a large, wicked, sharp knife.
Worms take you.
A lifeless elven child is cradled in your arms. Your vision blurs with tears. You look away. To a raised valley below. Tendrils of death fog dissipate, revealing a victorious Divine Order army advancing. Humans, magisters, murderers.
Cooking notes. Wait, there's something wrong with this.
Heaven usher us to paradise against all.
Useless. Bloody useless. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's it? What is it? Unless you know something about the disappearances, leave me alone. I need to concentrate. The kitchen? You're certain? But that would mean the cook is behind all this. She's been found dead, I heard. I thought she was another victim, maybe. But this changes everything. Do my comrades know? Did you tell them what you discovered? Well, in that case, I might just...
The disappearances have been solved, and no thanks to you. It took a former magister, a bloody elf no less, to see the task done. At least this farce is over. Absolutely not! He's still a thief and likely a sorcerer as well. No, he'll face righteous magister justice as soon as we find him.
The Magister takes the ring from you.
This was a conduct award. I gave it to Magister Harrick myself. She showed great promise.
He stoically nods his thanks and turns away from you.
The disappearances have been solved, and no thanks to you. It took a former magister, a bloody elf, no less, to see the task done. At least this farce is over. Source weapons? What the hell are they doing there? Be sure to tell Raymond or Julian as soon as possible. The disappearances have been solved, and I don't reward cravens and liars. Now get out of here!